The Cross, the Blood, and the Empty Tomb by Lori Altebaumer. Do you think I cannot call on my Father, and he will at once put at my disposal more than 12 legions of angels? Matthew chapter 26, verse 53. Think of Easter, and too often what comes to mind are Easter bunnies, colorful eggs, and plastic grass. We've become distracted by the insignificant and forgotten what's most important: the cross, the blood, and the empty tomb. This year, let's take a moment to reflect on the wonder and power of Resurrection Sunday. Jesus went to the cross on our behalf by his choice. The religious leaders couldn't trick him, and the Roman soldiers couldn't overwhelm him. But make no mistake, his death was not a cakewalk. Jesus still experienced the excruciating physical pain of the exceedingly cruel form of torture, and he knew the spiritual agony of being separated from God when the sin of the world rested on him, forcing his Father to look away. How much more, then, will the blood of Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself unblemished to God, cleanse our consciences from acts that lead to death, so that we may serve the living God. Hebrews chapter 9, verse 14. Since we have now been justified by his blood, how much more shall we be saved from God's wrath through him? Romans chapter 5, verse 9. In him we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins in accordance with the riches of God's grace. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 7. It is through the blood of Christ that we are brought near to God. See Ephesians chapter 2, verse 13. It is the blood that frees us from sin and makes us a kingdom of priests. See Revelation chapter 5, verses 1 through 6. There is only one way into eternity, and that is through the blood of Christ. It's only by his blood that our sins can be forgiven, saving us from the wrath of God and ultimately from death and eternal damnation. He is not here. He has risen, just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay. Matthew chapter 28, verse 6. Now, if Christ is preached that he has been raised from the dead, how do some among you say that there is no resurrection of the dead? But Christ has indeed been raised from the dead, the first fruits of those who have fallen asleep. For since death came through a man, the resurrection of the dead comes also through a man. 1 Corinthians chapter 15. First the cross, then the blood, then the hope, the confident assurance that we will one day rise again to take our place in God's eternal kingdom. This Easter, let's remember the willing sacrifice on the cross that redeems us, the cleansing blood that cleans us, and the empty tomb that fills us with hope. Question for reflection: what types of things can you do this Easter season to better reflect and remember the significance of the cross, the blood, and the empty tomb?